Viewer discretion is advised.
Rudimentary creatures of blood and flesh, you touch my mind.
It's a new week and that means one thing. Good morning, Valhalla. The wrench of wrenches, Chris Persia. Olds Gamer 72 Cutlass. Deborah Cohen, so good to see you. Glad you're safe. The angriest wrench on the internet, Mark the Infinitely Tired.
What is your profession?
Greetings program to Daryl the Derelict. DJ Ronnie G. It's time to wake the neighbors, boys, with Southern Viking. Roll Tide, Keely Chow, roll Tide, brother. Gun Buddy and Shockwave. Psychodwarf 9. Justice Davalina. Pacific 414. Get your butts over there and subscribe to Pacific 414. Puddle Jumper and Mohammed said,
I am the vanguard of your destruction. This exchange is over.
do you think they said that when they came in to lay off all the woke bullshit over at Bungie? I am the vanguard of your destruction. This exchange is terminated. Bye-bye.
Man, if it was, I would have loved to have been a fly on the wall for that event.
Greetings, one and all, and welcome to Zero Hour here on Mornings of Mischief. I'm your host, Stone Loki, and of course with me is the one, the only, the xenomorph of xenomorphs, the man, the myth, the legend, Zeropium. What is going on, brother? How are you doing?
Woo. All right, so shout out to everybody in chat. Fist bump to get the morning started. Here we go. You son of a bitch.
You son of a bitch. Oh, I've got something for you. Shit.
Oh my.
Shit.
Wow, what a great start that was. But okay, so anyway, real quick, thank you all so much for tuning in, kicking off another Monday morning. To our friends up above, the good old US of A, happy civic holiday, whatever the hell that means. I have no idea. For those of you that are off today, have a fantastic day. Do whatever you got to do. I'm working today because Zero doesn't take days off. But hey, it is what it is. It is great to see everybody. DJ Ronnie G, Penny, Daryl the Derelict, Chris Persia, Keely Chow, Roll Tide, Project Cambrian, Southern Viking, Punk Waddle. Chat's going nuts. It's taking me a little bit to catch up, but hey, we're doing all right. So for those,
I just abandoned my co-host.
Well, that's why I'm good at kind of rambling and bullshitting stuff at random, because I'll just keep it going. If you got to get up and take a piss, go nuts. That's how it goes. For all of you that are here this morning, kicking off another week with us, thank you so much. It is great to see everybody. Pat S, yeah, I saw you too, buddy. Psycho Dwarf. No, I'll let Loki do Psycho Dwarf, but it's great to see everybody. Thank you so much for being here.
Good to see Pat S. He says, did you see the return of Arn Anderson Saturday night? Crazy. No, I had no idea Arn was still alive, much less like returning to the ring. God help me.
Oh, okay. All right. I do want to apologize. My SummerSlam plans were delayed, so I have not seen it yet. So chat amongst yourselves. Don't give me any total spoilers. I kind of have an idea of certain things that happen, but disclaimer alert, try to keep that to a minimum. I still got to wait about 5 more days where I can actually sit down and watch it. Unless that was an AEW thing, then whatever. Do whatever you got to do. But yeah, Loki.
Did he come out, doing the?
No, I'm pretty sure some of those original 4 aren't around anymore.
At least one of them isn't. I don't know about Mondo Steve McMichaels.
Oh God,
Let's not talk wrestling this morning. Anyway, look at this.
For that.
Man Squatch.
Oh,
what is up, brother? Crap. Absolutely hilarious. The Xenomorph has like
he's got like almost real people teeth just to accentuate the laughing factor of the whole thing. I love it. You don't even need a second mouth in there to do the thing that the second mouth does. Man, that is gold. That is gold.
So I've got a question to ask you before we get into the article this morning. Are you going to go see Alien Romulus, and are you going to get one of those popcorn buckets?
Somebody, Chris Persia, was it you? Somebody out there, maybe it was a Dega, I don't know. Somebody sent me a picture on the X or the Twitter, whatever the hell you call it, with those alien heads with the popcorn in it. And somebody asked me, would you go and see this to get the alien head? I said, I'd just go to get the alien head, buy the popcorn, and fuck off. Oops. Leave.
We're not even 8 minutes into the show yet.
Well, did they still do the 10-second buffer when the show starts before you can actually curse and swear? Okay, so there's my one PG approved F-bomb of the morning. But anyway, I said, no, I just go and buy the popcorn head and then leave. But I don't know. I mean, if I was there, okay, yeah, I'll go check it out. But again, still, y'all know how I feel. My hopes aren't too high given the track record and history of things that have been going on over the last, decade and a half almost. So we'll see. We'll see.
Well, I'm going to go. Me and Eris are going to go. We're going to see the movie. And I think that's this week. I'm not sure. Maybe it's next week. I can't remember.
It's coming up. It's
on a Thursday.
Mm.
So we're gonna get a popcorn bucket. I know we're gonna get one. But if you want one, let me know. I'll see if I can pick you up a popcorn bucket, and we'll send it because, ladies and gentlemen, I received a package from our good friend Sean Estep, and in that package was something for Zero.
Oh my God, what is this?
And it says, I wanted to send this to Zeropium, but sending a package cost an arm and a leg. So in tribute to ZeroHour, I'm going to send this to you. This was for you from Sean Estep.
Legit putting me on the spot this morning live. Holy shit.
And it's an alien skull. It's got a stand, I believe. Yeah, it's got a stand that comes with it. And
look at me, an idiot, leaning into the microphone to enhance my view. But holy crap.
So this is an alien skull sent from Sean Estep. And that is for you, my friend. It's from Aliens. You got there's other stuff you can collect.
I must collect them all. Okay.
Thank you, Sean. I will make sure this gets to him. Don't worry about shipping. We got it. We're gonna send it to Zero. And if I can get you a popcorn bucket, I'm gonna send you a popcorn bucket too.
Oh my God. There's gonna be a mail truck driving down my street with this huge ass box going, I got a package for some guy named Zero. Okay, I don't usually do this because I've never been in the position to do this, but that was very much unnecessary, Sean, but sincerely, thank you so much. You'd not have to go out of your way and do that for me. I'm actually quite uncomfortable and perspiring right now because I don't do that well with this kind of stuff, getting put on the spot, singled out with gratitude and stuff, because y'all know I am far too humble for this kind of thing. But thank you so much. I really appreciate that. And if there's anything I can do for you somewhere down the line, let me know. Maybe I'll send you a bottle of our finest, not the brand name, our finest, but our country's finest maple syrup and bacon. I don't know what you're into. If you have any ideas, let me know and I'll get back to you. But sincerely, thank you so much. That was not necessary at all. Nobody ever has to do anything like that for me. I'm a simple guy. I'm just here to hang out and have a good time. But thank you so much. That is awesome. And it will go somewhere on that mess of a book stand I got going on now, as soon as it arrives, and you'll know when it gets here. But thank you so much. You did not have to do that. Please don't ever do that again. That was unnecessary. But oh, brother,
well, they enjoy watching the show, and they enjoy seeing you on the show, and it's just a little thank you for doing the show.
Thank you.
Someone asked earlier, I can't find it now. Somebody asked earlier how much it costs to ship stuff from US to Canada. From Texas, I shipped a PS4 Pro and the controller and all that jazz. Mm-hmm. That was about $100 because of the weight.
It's the weight. Is it still?
It's weight and how big the box is.
Yeah.
So they take size and weight into consideration.
Yeah, because I shipped something once, maybe 10 years ago. I don't know if it's changed yet, but it was kind of a small package. There wasn't a whole, don't look at me like that, brother. Holy crap. I'm still sweating. Loki, I'm you on your first show. I'm sweating.
It's all sweat.
It's also incredibly hot because the humidity is just not going anywhere.
I jumped into the pool without seeing how much water was in it. That's what I sounded like too.
My
Holy shit.
Woo. So yeah, and they were telling me, the next time you have to ship something, the more crap you put into it, the better. The heavier the package is, it's actually a little bit cheaper to ship. I don't know if that works the same way from US to, somewhere else, but who knows?
Well, I'm gonna pick you up an alien head when we're at the theater. If I can get one, pick it up, and we're gonna throw it in that box with that. He's sitting there going, no, don't do it. I'm going to do it because God help me.
Son of a bitch.
Because I'm a son of a bitch.
Oh,
Dylan!
What's with this tie business? See, I had to censor myself too. But oh man, you guys are totally awesome. Don't ever do that again, please. I'm just here to enjoy being in the pleasure of all your company. That's what I'm here for. Your
Muslim uncle sent in a 10-month super chat and said, hail and good day to Loki, Zero, and chat. Hail, Muslim uncle. How are you doing? Thank you so very much for being a warrior of Midgar. You guys keep the fires burning bright here in Valhalla, and let's get to this. So yes, there is an article. We're actually bringing up an article. Why? Because I want to There's some tweets in here.
There's some things
that I really want to highlight. This was written by John F. Trent, our good buddy over at That Part Place. He is also at That Game Place.
Ooh.
If you haven't signed up for That Game Place, go and check it out. I have the honor of getting to hang out with some really cool people over there. Cultures Casino, Jonas J. Campbell, John F. Trent, Spencer Picouli. All those guys, all of them, every single one, Space Dave, all of them are absolutely great, awesome people to hang out with. And if you like video game news, you will really like the channel. So, let's see. Following the announcement that Bungie was laying off and letting go of around a third of its employees, it's been revealed that multiple woke activists were let go amid downsizing. I wonder why they did that.
Do you think maybe, I have a hunch, because I'm not a game journalist with the standards that the modern day game journalists possess amongst themselves, but do you think maybe it was possible that they were looking at what's a priority and what's not, and they thought maybe activists are a bad idea when all they do is F shit up?
Soul Assassin says laying off employees and buying cars. We'll get to that.
Yeah,
we will get to that.
That's coming. That's the other half of the shit pickle.
We will get to that. So Bungie CEO and chairman Pete Parsons announced that Bungie was laying off 220 employees, which is about 17% of the company's staff, as well as moving 155 employees to Bungie's parent company, Sony Interactive Entertainment. Furthermore, he revealed that one of Bungie's incubation projects would be spun out into its own studio. It's believed this project consists of 75 employees. Parsons also explained why Bungie was executing these massive layoffs and changes due to rising costs of development and industry shifts, meaning they screwed up, ladies and gentlemen, as well as enduring economic conditions, meaning that the economy is such shit right now, even though they lie to you and they tell you everything's fine. Nothing to see here. Everything's fine. Situation normal.
Please go home. Nothing to see here.
It's in the toilet. It has become clear that we need to make substantial changes to our cost structure and focus development efforts entirely on Destiny and Marathon. Translation. We hired a bunch of people we don't need who fly rainbow flags and think that you should be going after these people and talking trash about these people, and we should have all kinds of bullshit in our company. That makes absolutely no sense. Loki, check out Twitter, the post I just made. Okay, Nick, over to EBN. What is going on, Nick?
Do you want us to do that live, Nick, or is that just a personal thing?
Hold on.
I'm sure anyone that follows you can check it out.
Trying to.
But yeah, who'd imagine? Who'd imagine taking out such a large chunk like that of, let's face it, unnecessary expenses?
Oh, yes. Hold on.
Is this public?
We'll come back. We'll come back to that. Hold on.
As we transition to a new feature here live on Zero Hour, reading the tweets.
Shit. Okay, hold on. That it? Yeah. Yes, it is.
And here we go. Oh my goodness.
So that was a.
Is that the popcorn head?
That's the popcorn bucket.
Wow, it's pretty cool looking, I must say.
He said, "Thanks, Mama Bear. That is so cool." Mama Bear got Nick a alien head popcorn bucket.
That is pretty cool looking.
Absolutely cool.
I'm not gonna ask what it costs, but it looks pretty cool anyway.
That is pretty damn cool.
Yeah, it's pretty sick. Pretty sick. I'd be afraid to actually put anything in it. I'd be afraid of probably, I don't know, getting it all buttery and greasy and crap. Or
you got to clean it out real good. You got to get all those little nooks and crannies.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. I mean, I've bathed Mother a few times back there. She's real tedious to take apart and clean out all of her nooks and crannies, as we call them. Coach got pregnant. What? Oh my God. Wow. So yeah, so 17.
I'm surprised it isn't the egg. That would be really cool.
Oh man, that would have been pretty sweet. There's a whole bunch they could have done. Who knows? Maybe like little face hugger cup holders you can mount onto your chair or something like that. I don't know.
To hold the drink.
Yeah. Maybe next time. Look, we're giving these guys a license to print money as we speak. I mean, wow, what a creative idea. So 17% of the company's staff, as well as shifting a whole bunch of other crap around.
That's right.
AKA stirring the pot after trying to take the trash out. Yeah, who'd have thought this was going to happen? And I still think it's funny that they, in addition to other development companies and publishers and things like that, always have to make mention of higher production budgets and longer production times and blah, blah, blah. And I totally understand. I completely understand when you make a project of that size with the intention of it lasting several years. And I'm not talking live service games or any pieces of crap like that, but the people that still play the games like that because they go in with the intention of making something like that. But at the same time, it's kind of just like, does anybody really enjoy 10-year development cycles and waiting years among years just for some hope that a nice single player game is going to be cool or anything like that? I mean, it's really tedious. And later on down the line, look at Skyrim grandma. Shirley Curry or whatever his name is, or anybody else like that. We're going to get to a point in our lives where we're looking forward to a sequel for something and then start thinking, am I going to be alive to play this damn thing? It's crazy. So yeah, here we go.
So it's now been revealed that multiple woke activists have been part of these layoffs. Senior narrative designer Robert Brooks revealed he was part of the layoffs. He wrote on X after nearly 5 years delivering seasonal story from Hunt all the way to Deep and sending home the most well-received expansion in our history in final shape. That's not true. That was no, absolutely positively not true. That's just the last bit of work they did. I've been laid off and today is my last day at Bungie. What a long, strange trip it's been, right?
Yeah.
Right? But why? Books pushed those types of relationships based on his own fan fiction and lifestyle into Destiny 2. Back in 2020, he posted a lengthy thread justifying trying to normalize objectively disordered behaviors and lifestyles. He wrote, when I was young, questioning my sexuality and not understanding who I was, I had a lot of people speculating, is he gay? Or other way less friendly slurs. I didn't know the answer to that because I didn't know what bisexuality was when I was a teenager. I was confused by myself because I didn't have any proper education. And once I knew what it was, I didn't really know what it meant because I lived in a rural part of the U.S., had never knowingly met another person, and couldn't find representation of them in media. So he's putting this all out on Twitter. He's writing this all out on Twitter as he represents Bungie as a gaming company and says he is going to inject these stereotypical suggestions into the game. Representation matters, whether it's sexual orientation, race, culture. It helps you identify with yourself, understand yourself, and feel seen. I don't know. Am I seen, ladies and gentlemen?
Can't see me. How old is this guy? Does anybody know how old this guy is?
He's an old man.
He's an old man. Okay, because I was gonna say I find it kind of funny, and I am taking into consideration that your access to knowledge and things of that nature were probably a little more limited back then, back when he was a kid. But I think it's kind of not funny, but I think it's kind of strange that it's, oh, I didn't know who I was because I lived in this city and there wasn't any access to that. And, it's like, well, self exploration doesn't require you to, and this is not based on personal experience, so take it for what it is, but self exploration does not require you to have yourself surrounded by all that 24/7. If you're curious about it, go find something. I mean, I'm probably just shooting from the hip here, but my first impression was he was just kind of blaming a lot of other problems that just really weren't his. I get it. If you're confused, you don't know who you are. That's cool. That's fine. Everybody goes through something like that at some point in their lives. But now here we are. And we
identify with good writing.
Yeah. And we have to inject all of that into something just because we didn't know who we were when we were a preteen boy and probably didn't know what the hell what was happening anyway. My God, does anybody really know anything about sex or anything at 12, 13 years old? Hell, when I was 21, I didn't know shit about it either. I wasn't very good at it, but that's besides the point. But
this attitude really explains Lightfall, because Lightfall was the big expansion before Final Shape. So you got Lightfall and you've got this weird giant 12-year-old boy in a man's body that's like, hey, what's up? Yeah, I'm the coolest cat around because I ride like a silver surfboard, like Silver Surfer. And yeah, look at me. I got my pecs out. I'm like, yeah, what's up? But I'm really a 12-year-old boy. And you're like, this is kind of uncomfortable.
Yeah. I mean, do you really want to even attempt to entertain yourself with something like that?
This is kind of uncomfortable.
Like, at what point were they thinking that was a good idea? Oh, yeah, that's because they were surrounded by all of those like-minded individuals who just had their injection needles out, just trying to poke everything they can and pass it off as entertainment and hope that they would make $1 off of it.
Injecting something into someone without their permission. Isn't there a word for that? Oh, yeah.
Yeah, can't say it. I mean, back in our day we could, but apparently we can't say that now.
So,
ooh, look at the figure on that.
his last message here: queer baiting exists. It's not kind. There's no place in friendly community or in spaces that promote. Oh my God, there's the word. There's a place and time for nuance, and that isn't it. Because to do so is actively damaging to marginalized community. Gee, he wonders why he was let go.
Kind of sounds like an activist attitude, right? When you take those activist principles and you make that the foundation for what you're trying to do there, you're getting off on the wrong foot right away.
Back when I joined Bungie, I always felt Saint 14 and Osiris were romantically involved because as a queer man, their romance made sense to me. I learned my interpretation was in fact correct when I became narrative designer for the company, which means he just took two characters that somebody else made and injected his bullshit into it. Where have we heard that before?
Oh, geez. Where do we start? It's a long list.
I've been writing Saint and Osiris as gay since I started working at Bungie because that's who they were. They are private and nuanced characters. There was never a space in which to unequivocally state their identities, but nuance is lost in an age of baiting. No, he came in and he took two characters that were already created, already made, and infused that shit in and then laid subtle little breadcrumbs. This was only after he was employed there.
Yeah. How ironic how that timeline starts to measure up.
This was only after he was employed with the company. I wonder why.
Yeah. Well, it's a plain, simple principle. And I'm sure everybody has heard this in one way or the other, but you can't hire activists for the wrong reasons. It just doesn't make sense. It's not going to work.
So he says, when I saw how much the community was unclear on something as obvious as Zabala is awake, as in woke.
Yeah.
I realized I should probably just say something because it's not a secret. It's not a point of speculation, and it's not some puzzle designed to be solved by the community. It's them.
No, you're confusing the community. That's what you're doing.
So Brooks was not the only woke activist to be laid off. Max Nichols revealed he was laid off as well. He wrote on X after 9 years, fully half my adult life. Wow. How can that be? Wait a minute.
So he's what, barely 20 years old working for Bungie?
I was let go this morning, along with many other amazing folks. Getting to work on a game like this. Let's see. It's always shocking to see intense hatred, jealousy, and viciousness in the shitty parts of online gamer culture when it rears its ugly head. They sound like my fucking grandma. Yeah, I dropped an F-bomb. They sound like my grandma. I will assume anyone who's mad at Sweet Baby Inc. right now is a murderous white supremacist.
Oh, really? You had to take it to that level just because you got touched in the part where the dolly says, "Don't touch me." Like, what? Stop touching me, Elmo. Jesus, I just stuttered there. I mean, it's so ironic. At this point, it's comedic relief when they get so offended and the first thing they do is start attacking everybody else because they effed up and couldn't do what they were supposed to do, which is make something that's going to bring in a profit. and be profitable that people are going to like. But because that didn't work out, it's everybody else's fault. And everybody who doesn't like this company is a, and I quote, murderous white supremacist. Are you effing kidding me right now? You go to that extreme just because your butt hurt.
That's
Bro.
that's his tweet.
So I'm assuming he was 9 years old when he started working at Bungie, and he's a 19, 20-year-old kid now because he sure as hell acts like one.
Oh, we got an even better quote here. Don't let the polite Yahtzee into the bar. Rules apply. It is completely self-defeating to talk to these people. The only reason I speak about it at all is to help signal the others outside that cult that know. Not K-N-O-W, but N-O. No wonder you got fired. They're scum. And yes, everyone knows it.
You know what's awesome? I've used that word so many times to describe them. Because if he's looking at us like a cult, the people that just don't want to put up with bullshit anymore, that don't want to pay for crap, we're a cult? Excuse me, what mindset do you think you're living in right now with all the other like-minded individuals you surround yourself with and put yourselves in this position in the first place? What did you think was going to happen? Grow up and learn how to spell check.
I think he wanted to grow up and become the little boy toy that, where is he? There he is. No, that's Max. Robert Brookers wanted to put into the game. Anyway, let's see. Hazel Monforton also revealed she was laid off. She wrote on X, I was unfortunately impacted by today's layoffs. My time at Bungie has been incredibly creatively fulfilling. And she's been fulfilled, people.
Mm-hmm. Yep.
And I've had the privilege of working with some of the best people in the industry. Unfortunately, those best people were filed today because they're all woke activists.
I was gonna say, are the best people that you got to work with the ones that all shared the same carpool when you got shown the door?
Monforton is a radical activist who was part of the failed Hogwarts Legacy boycott. She posted in 2023, that person goes on to support people who materially harm trans people. So yes, supporting her is phobic. Glad I could clear that up for you. It's a video game. Buying a game just because it happens to pay a single person you don't like doesn't make him trans. Yeah. Everyone on Twitter needs to effing relax.
Really?
Monforton is also a giant so-called flag as their background of their LinkedIn page. Of course they do.
Mm-hmm.
Because of course they do.
PhD. And what website did she buy that off of?
She bought it from the same website where she bought that mansion.
Good God. We're vicious today. We're vicious and dropping so very few swear words. It's kind of a talent.
Kalani M also shared she was laid off. She posted on X, this layoff also includes me. It includes some of the most passionate, creative, woke, and non-passionate, non-creative, woke asswipes I've known. I'm also across the country from practically all of my family and my friends because I moved here for the job of my dreams. Here's my PayPal. No, I'm not okay. Not even in the slightest. Maybe don't post a whole bunch of shit where you talk shit about the people that buy your shit. Mm-hmm. Maybe don't run your mouth about the people that pay your salary. Maybe don't run your mouth about the gamers that support your shitty ass online looter shooter and pay you money to play the game for the business that you work for. Maybe don't do that and maybe you'd still have a job. Kalani made it clear she was an activist who supports BLM back in 2020, writing, if you haven't already, please read and continue searching for information and ways to help the BLM movement. Please feel free to reply with any other helpful sources you found too.
You know, it's the whole, and this is the really funny part. And this is why, for those of you that know me, know that I just avoid social media altogether whenever possible. But I still think it's funny that everybody's just been in the mindset for how many years now, since the invention of this wondrous technology and many platforms we have out there. The first instinct that they have is to pull out their phones or put their little hipster glasses on with their $17 fucking Spanish latte and sit there on the keyboard venting their dirty laundry out there on social media just because they want to be heard. It's a disease, and I wish it would go away. Here's a thought. If something bad happens, why don't you try to act like an adult, process the information instead of freaking out and going online? And I'm not saying everybody does that. There are some that actually have things to say. I get that. But the ones that jump on the platform and just go off the deep end, ranting and raving about whatever because they didn't get their way or something bad happened to them, take a time out. Go outside, take a breath, act like a child, and go sit in the corner. Think, clear your head, and think. Oh, I'm asking too much. Sorry.
Wow, this lady damn near wrote a novel here. Tammy Lamb, senior producer, UI UX Bungie Marathon, says so many absolutely incredible and talented people lost their jobs at Bungie today. These people were the heart and soul of the studio. They were activists. They came to work in rainbow clothing. The ones tirelessly working day in and day out to make cool things for players, despite the weight of the industry and the weight of carrying that LGBTQ Niner plus fiber flag on their shoulders every day. I am in a weird spot, as I'd already put in my resignation last week and am therefore not included in the reduction, but I was suffering from the morale of feeling the impending layoff and watching so many great people that carry the LGBTQ plus Niner fiber flag on their back leave over the last year. People at Bungie deserve better. The game industry deserves better. There has to be a different way to do all this. Yeah, don't fucking be woke and cause bullshit. I know of former Bungie colleagues who are about to go on maternity leave and have a baby who are now unemployed. I know of folks who are on a work visa and need to find a new job in the next couple of months in a rough time in the game industry. Yeah, because you all have fucking shit it down the toilet for everybody else, or they have to leave the country and their homes. I know of former Bungie who just bought a house and now are worried about paying their new mortgage. People who are promised they weren't on a list who were included on the list. Wait. People who were promised they weren't on a list who were included on the list.
So is that implying that they were just straight up lied to? Oh, no, you're safe. We're not putting you on the axing list. Oh, no, we lied. You're actually on the list. Get the hell out. I don't know.
People so excited that they achieved their dream jobs, then you would think they would be careful and not screw it up. You would think they would be like, this is the most important thing in my life. I'm not going to screw it up by being an idiot on Twitter. I'm not going to screw up by flying a stupid flag. I'm not going to screw it up by acting like a moron. And they did. They have no one to blame but themselves.
But they don't want to blame themselves, Loki. It's everybody else's fault because they can't own up to their own mistakes and accidents. Maybe their parents should have thought twice before they popped together in the bed one night to make them. Yeah, I said it.
Lamb is an admitted feminist, revealing in 2018, sometimes I feel like I'm a bad feminist because I actually enjoy when guys flirt with me. I like feeling cute and desirable. So long as they back off when I say I'm not interested, I'm cool with affection thrown my way. Okay, so Pudgy Face here is like, I want guys to want me, and then I'm gonna reject them and make them feel like shit. Yeah. That really gets me off.
Mm-hmm. You know what pisses me off about this, because this is the definition. There's feminism and feminists, and then there's feminism and feminists. The feminists and I'm probably gonna piss people off, but you know what? I don't care, because this shit's just going around and around and around. We'll be here forever talking about it. Feminism today is brought on the wrong way by a lot of feminists out there who use it inappropriately. And what I mean by that is feminists aren't out to create strong female characters or support women's rights or anything like that. The only thing those feminists want to do is destroy men and anybody else who doesn't agree with them. That's all they want to do.
Pugwater says, dream job. You have arrived, so you can now do whatever you want. Is this the problem with the culture? You get a job, but can you keep the job? Well, I think the problem is you got the job, you achieved your dream goals, and then you shit it out all down the toilet because you want to act like freaking Tammy here. You want to act like Tammy. It's really disappointing if your company releases pride swag, yet says absolutely nothing internally about any of the issues affecting the employees in the U.S., particularly if you have a studio in a state that's hostile to LGBTQ folks. Well, so let me get this straight. Let me clarify something here, Tammy. You're saying that your company doesn't care about it, but they're releasing all this shit because of people like you. I wonder why you all just got fired. I wonder why you all just got let go. I wonder why this shit is happening right now.
Yeah. Go back up a little bit. Go back up a second. Up to that last post that was there. This post is from an account that no longer exists. Oh, did they panic and delete all that old crap before they got hired, or did
no? I think that was the response. That was like,
oh, that was the comment. Okay, yeah, my bad. See, this is why I'm not on the X or the Twitter or anything. But yeah.
While a number of woke activists were employed at Bungie have been laid off, it does not appear these layoffs were targeting woke ideologues and activists. Ex-user Biggest Yoshi.
Oh boy. What kind of creativity are we going to spark with?
Who is a narrative architect of Bungie, still remains at the company. I'm safe! Many team members were affected. I would not post this.
No.
I would not post that. I would not post on a public forum, I'm safe.
No. I mean, realistically speaking, and I'm not even talking.
I would have DM'd this fucker and been like,
shut up.
I'm good. I'm good. Thank you. But that's a DM. This isn't, this is public. You don't say I'm safe when, a quarter of your team just got axed.
Yeah. Realistically, real quick to go back on that a second, regardless of what goes on, whether you got axed, whether you're safe, what doesn't matter. The important thing to consider is, maybe we shouldn't vent our business problems on a public platform. Oh, he got fired, but I'm safe. It's cool, guys. I'm safe. No, keep that shit in the business world. That's where it's supposed to be. That's where it should stay. It's just, they're so quick to throw everything out there. It just pisses me off.
Frost was safe too for 3 weeks.
Oh God.
The urine girl. Yeah.
Yeah.
So nasty.
God. Hey, what does DEI stand for again? Oh yeah. Didn't earn it.
You need to stop wasting so much time on grifters who are only there to manipulate you and milk your anger for their engagement. You need to talk to people who aren't like you a bit more. You need to stop falling for this. Wait, one second. I have a question. How about you go back to making fucking video games? How about you go back to focusing on making video games, focusing on making games good, and stop focusing on all this other bullshit? That's your job, right? That's your job. That's what you're supposed to do. Why are you wasting time doing this instead of doing your job?
Yep. Really? Really?
Oh, but I'm not supposed to have a social life? No, you can have a social life whoever you want to. You can date whoever you want to. If you want to go home with fucking Uncle Lurch, by all means. Yep. If you want to go home with Thing, meow, Cousin It, I don't give a shit. who you go home with and who you do what with and what kind of social life you have away from work. You are bringing this into your job. And then you're affecting everybody around you in your job. And then you're affecting us, the customers. And you know what we don't want to be? We don't want to be infected by your bullshit. That's what we don't want. We want a product we can enjoy. We want to go home and play a game and not have to worry about your bullshit. We don't want to worry about the gazillion chins the next girl in your game is going to have because you're like, we want her to have man chin. When you take a beautiful woman and you turn her into it instead of her.
Yep. So
that's what we don't want.
Yeah. If you're mad about DEI ruining games, quote, you need to grow up. Yeah. You know what? I really don't have to say much because you just said it right there. DEI is ruining games. DEI ruins everything. Why? Because you hire them for the wrong reasons. It's always the wrong reasons. You got to go through a checkbox and bring them in because you want support for a certain portion of the population over there, or this type of person over here, or they need more representation there. That's cool. Are they qualified to do the job? Don't come in here with your DEI bullshit and expect to get away with it and have us pay for crap when that's all it is crap. If you're good at what you do, I don't care what goes on behind closed doors. Live your life, do whatever you want to do, but don't bring that shit into a professional environment where people are going to pay their hard-earned dollars for the goods and services you provide because they're tired of getting ripped off out there. They're tired of paying for shit that are made by people like that only have one agenda, and that's to push their own agenda.
That's right. And what Punk Waddle says here is absolutely right as well. How many people get hired for a job and have job duties that aren't what they want to do? How many? And yet, to keep their job and for the people to be interested in their opinion, they have to show they can do the job. Yeah. How many of you out there work your ass off and you can't bring politics and bullshit into your job? Well, technically I can, but I have other jobs that I have to leave all that shit out of. Mm-hmm. So I've got another job that it's not about any of that bullshit. I don't go and rant and rave. Well, I kind of do, but I don't go and talk about this. I talk about something else. Mm-hmm. So, but I can't bring politics into it.
No.
And I can't bring any of that shit into it. And a lot of it is listening. So I have to listen to people, talk about what's going on with them and what they're dealing with. I can't inject my woke bullshit into that.
Yep.
I'm not going to have Rainbow Donut sitting there going, if you don't take Rainbow Donut, you're a Yahtzee. I'm not going to do that. That has nothing to do with that.
Yep. So if I walk into a bakery shop and see a black and white cookie sitting there like Jerry Seinfeld did 35 years ago, and I don't eat that black and white cookie, does that mean I personally don't want to see black and white people get along? No, it means I don't want to eat the goddamn cookie. It means I don't care. Do whatever you got to do. Just keep professionalism where professionalism is supposed to be a part of what you do every day. What you get paid to do is do your job and not push your little mind virus on people.
And I'd like to bring up this list. This is really important.
We're starting to yell. I'm sorry.
Forspoken. Square Enix's biggest flop in forever. Forspoken. And they will have more because they have been the entire studio that developed Forspoken is gone. Because it was such a massive flop. They completely westernized it and localized it. And this is what they got. An absolute total flop. Saints Row. Do you know what one of my favorite things to do was? Sit back, run around, blow stuff up in Saints Row. Remember the pimp cane walk?
Mm-hmm. Oh, yeah.
And it was a shotgun. Pow! Right?
Yeah.
And then 2 was bigger. 3 was bigger. 4 was insane.
Yeah.
And then they did this crazy thing. They rebooted everything from the beginning and turned them all into Zoomers.
Yeah.
And guess what? Nobody wanted to do.
They didn't want to pay for that piece of shit.
They didn't want to pay for that piece of shit, and they didn't want to buy it, and they didn't want to play it. Why? Because it had a bunch of Zoomers with Zoomer humor in it, and then nobody gave a shit. Nobody wanted to play it. Nobody wanted to spend the money on it.
Mm-hmm. And you know what the other problem was too? Because I was excited. I was thinking, oh, Saints Row, it's going to be awesome. You know, one of my favorite things to do in Saints Row was pull out the penetrator, the big bat-sized dildo, and run around beating the shit out of cars and just watching them.
Not this time.
I was comfortable doing that, running around with a big bat-sized purple dildo in my hand. Can I even say that? I don't care. It doesn't matter. That was one of my favorite things to do. I got excited about Saints Row. I was like, all right, cool. It's coming back. That's awesome. And then I saw their main characters, and they all looked like presidents of the chess club. And then I saw the game itself and how bad it was and how buggy it was and how utter crap it was. And I'm thinking, there's no way in hell people are going to be paying for this shit. And they didn't, because it was made by the wrong people with the wrong ideas in mind, and not even take into consideration the fact that half of the problem was the technical side of things, and the other half of the problem was the propaganda and activist side of things, and everything together just doesn't mix, because
these people can't make a game.
You can't do it. You can't do it when your intentions going into it are wrong and you don't belong there in the first place.
Scott Westbrook has gifted 5 Loki's Mornings of Mischief memberships. Thank you so much, Scott. Mark the Infinitely Tired received a membership. Project Cambrian received a membership. Deborah Cohen received a membership. Pat S. got a membership. And Puddle Jumper got a membership. Thank you so very much, Scott Westbrook. And for all of you out there, new members, welcome to the Viking Horde Skull! Scott says we just got power back, Mark.
Right.
Holy crap, dude. Thank you. Thank you for letting us know, and thank you for your 5 memberships, brother. We're going to have a Pops update before we get out of here too. Pops is deep in the jungles of Florida.
Oh my.
And out on the shrimp on the bobby farm. Ooh. And I did get a chance to message him this morning and talk to him for a minute. They are okay. Just a lot of rain. They've lost power a couple of times. Power's out right now, but they're hoping to get power back soon.
That's awesome.
So Pops is okay.
Good news.
A lot of rain. I feel you, brother. Just like 3 weeks out from Hurricane Dumbass.
Yep.
And yeah, I feel you, bro. It sucks. So Tales of ZeroHour. That's all I'm going to say about that. Flintlock. Have you guys seen the stuff for Flintlock? That's a double. Right? The Siege of Dawn. They specifically have a like a 500-pound woman that can run faster than all the other characters because reasons.
Okay.
She's the speedster of the group. Oh, I bet she is.
Was it a superpower? I'm legit asking, like, were these superheroes or something? See, because I mean, if you look at, to go back to Saints Row there, when you do that in the other games, you could do that because they were designed to be quirky and you can get away with stuff like that, you know? And did we also mention you can make full brute looking men and give them women's voices and vice versa? You could do whatever you want to do, but there had to be an intent and purpose for it. And that intent and purpose was to be crazy and kooky and just have a good time with it. And
Mark says Tilly.
That makes sense. Oh my goodness.
Speedsters burn so many calories a day. How can you be fat? Well, they found a way. They found a way. And finally, the last one on the list.
Oh God, do we have to? Do we have to? Everybody's favorite, everybody's target, because it's just cool to hate. It's fun to hate. We all gotta hate and not give people a chance, even though they make crap over and over again. And we can't be associated with that because you're all ists, obes, and Yahtzees. If you see our initials on anything, you just hate everybody because you're supremacists, you're power-hungry creeps, and you want to gatekeep the shit out of everything. No, we're just tired of you putting your name on it and building crap and expecting us to pay for it. There's a common theme going on here, expecting us to pay for crap. We're not going to pay for shit anymore.
Did you see the Mrs. Freeze outfits?
Oh, good God.
Did you see those?
Oh my God. See that again, we're just stirring around the elements for the effect of stirring around the elements. Do we
So her name's Victoria Fries.
Oh,
her lover Nora, who's also a woman.
Oh, I see. Yeah, because you see exactly where I was going. Mm-hmm.
Right, and they've got her in like rainbow armor.
Was this a fan made outfit? This is legit going to be something we can see.
It's already out.
Oh, is it?
It's already out. Oh yeah. Hold on.
Oh,
I'll pull it up before we get out of here.
See, again, exactly what I was saying. Just taking what's already been established and stirring it around and changing things just for the sake of changing them to push what? Oh, I believe it's an agenda. You can do that the right way and the wrong way. And all we've seen from all of this, as you follow along with us, ladies and gentlemen, this is all the wrong way. And yeah.
Huge thank you to John F. Trent for writing that, because we had an absolutely wonderful time talking about it. So here we go.
I'm out. See you.
So here's a like a different look.
This is
back to this because
this is a legit outfit in game.
Yeah.
Oh my God. See?
Yeah.
Saints Row.
That's in the Pride Pack.
Because I was gonna say,
it's called the Pride Pack.
Is that Saints Row? You could do that there because it made sense in their universe. What the fuck am I looking at with this shit?
So yeah, this is from the Pride Pack.
Is this a comedy game?
No.
Then what fucking sense or purpose does that have?
Look at that.
What type of friggin' villain is gonna come up to you on the street looking like that and be
Look at that.
dating? Like what is this? What is this? Oh my God.
So they are 95% in decline from when they launched. And this is the outfit that's like, you've got to have this.
Oh my God.
You've got to have this outfit. And of course, Sweet Baby. Yeah, this is the Sweet Baby Freeze. They/them on the hello, my name is they/them.
Yeah, I don't give a shit about what your pronouns are. I don't care. Just do your effing job.
No, this is their big seller. So having a Joker that is absolutely positively in not into girls like Harley, and having Mrs. Freeze, those were all things that were supposed to save the game and promote all their bullshit. And this is what Sweet Baby told them would sell and make them buckets of cash. And they'd just be smiling and twerking on the way to the bank.
I can't believe we just did that. Yeah.
And
we're going to make some money. We're going to make some money. Paint us up with rainbows. Do you think they sit at their computer desks programming these games with like a lollipop in their mouth, just going like, oh my God, this outfit is totally rad. Click, 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 click. Yeah, we're going to make a boatload of cash on this.
No. And I wonder, yeah, it's Femboy Joker. Thank you, Soul Assassin. I was struggling to find the right word. It's Femboy Joker. It doesn't sound right. I know it probably sounds right going down his throat, but not coming out of mine. No.
Zing! Ha ha! Oh my. Oh goodness.
So this is what these people do. This is what they think is going to make money. And I just have to ask, with the market going down the direction it's going, with money being so tight that people have problems buying just groceries, gas, essentials, keeping the lights on, keeping their phones on, how the hell do they expect people to willingly want to pay for this shit?
Yep. Do you think maybe there's something else at play when you look at companies like this who, I mean, realistically, if anybody out there can help us out with this, realistically, I know we're going over time. I apologize. How much money do you think companies like this put into DEI clubs and reports and the experts of the industry that tell them this is how you should do things, this is how things should be done? Do you think they put so many millions of dollars up in to bring in these what are they called, group sessions, or people that help them see DEI in a better way, to do all this kind of crap? Do you think they put so much money into it they have no choice but to keep using it?
Well, see, here's the deal. They get loans. So every time a game company makes a game nowadays, it takes out a big loan to pay for said game, so they don't have to pay for it out of their pocket, which is really stupid. The percentage they get on the loan, if they go through a company like this, is lower than the percentage they get on other loans. So let's say you go through BlackRock and Sweet Baby, right? And Sweet Baby's like, okay, well, with us, you're going to get a 1% loan. We're over here, you get 2%. You give us $1 million to work on your game with you, and you're still coming out ahead because you're going to pay, you know, that 1% interest rate. It's really going to save you down the line. You're going to save $4 or $5 million in total, you know, just off that 1%. So by all means, give us $1 million, work with us. We'll do this. But then all this shit gets injected in the game and they don't make any money. And the studio's eventually going to close. They've made this deal. They're working with these people. They're doing these deals, these low interest rate deals, but all this bullshit's getting injected into their game. And nobody wants to put up with it anymore.
Sales speak for itself. And therein lies the other biggest, fattest part of the cookie there. What target audience do you think you guys are going after? You want it to appeal to people that you associate with, that kind of thing? That's cool.
Yes, but, and they tried to blackmail the Wukong. Yes, they tried to blackmail them for $7 million, or they call a boycott. They've called that boycott, and it's not working. They definitely get more from the U.S. studios, and that's what it comes down to: is fear, fear, and money.
Need the money. It's
greed and fear.
The last, well, I mean, if you look at the trend and the curve of the whole entire industry itself, you know, and that could probably be applicable to many other things out there, like films, music, franchises, and all things of that nature. The whole trend of the market over the last 20, 25 years has just been about, we need to own everything. We need to monopolize everything, give minimal effort, and just ask the most we can from everybody who pays for it.
And people are tired of it. People are absolutely tired of it. I'm tired of it. Zero's tired of it. Anonymous Gamer's tired of it. We're all tired of it. We're all tired of it. And we're sick of it. And we're done. We're not putting up with it anymore. And we just won't buy it.
Yep.
We just won't buy it. Why? Because money's tight already. We're having to deal with this bullshit from our own crap. We're having to deal with these people that are like, oh my God, you need to be like socialists and blah, 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 blah. No, we don't. We're not going to play your bullshit game. We're not going to pay for your crap. We're not going to do this. We have other things we can do. I am importing games from Japan to play the Japanese versions of this game, so I stay away from all this bullshit. I don't have to play a localized edition that's been changed for United States audiences because they don't want to let the original game come over and they don't want to let you see what the Japanese got. So screw them. I just won't do it. I just won't play their crap. I can get games from other places. I can get games. I can get old games. I can go back to old. I've got games lining the walls here. I've got plenty of stuff to keep me busy, and I've got a backlog on PC that's longer than my damn arm. What am I worried about? I'm not.
No.
I don't have to play your crap. And they're starting to figure out that customers are like, we just won't play it.
We got plenty to work with already. I got plenty to work with already. Loki's got plenty to work with. You guys and gals out there in chat, I'm sure you've all got everything all worked out about how you keep yourselves entertained, things you enjoy doing, whether they're 10 years old, 10 days old, 30, 40 years old. It don't matter, because those things, they're the ones that have staying power. I mean, if I go and pick up a Nintendo cartridge from 35 years ago that I paid $50 for way back in 1989, yeah, I'm pretty sure I got my money's worth by now, rather than spending 3 times that amount on a piece of crap that's going to be broke on day one, have all the wrong activists who made the damn thing in the first place, and a piece of shit that I'm going to lose interest in after the first 2 weeks anyway. What's the difference here? Some things are worth it. Some things are not. And we're tired of getting ripped off. And I know not all studios and publishers and developers are like that when I say they give minimal effort. Some studios try hard. They do. Sometimes shit goes wrong. Sometimes things break. I get that. But it's the monopoly on everything. It's the lust and the greed and the pleasure they get from just doing as little as they can and taking all of our green and fucking laughing at us when they do it. You will own nothing and like it.
That's right. You will own nothing. You will like it. You will have the rights to nothing and you will like it. You will not be able to say anything about it either, because we're going to censor that too, because we don't want you out there talking like Loki and Zero talking right now. Guys, we're getting out of here. We love you. You've been a great audience. Thank you, Ball Holler, for being such cool cats. You guys keep the fires burning bright. We will be back tomorrow for Taco Tuesday. No, Mexican Iron Man will not be there. He is running scared after all the proof leaked online last Tuesday. But in fact, he is a YouTuber, not YOOBR, but a, TUBER, a tuber. So yes, he is a tuber, a YouTuber.
This has got X-Files case written all over it.
But he will be back next week. And he'll have to face the music. 1 week from tomorrow, Mexican Iron Man faces the music here on Taco Tuesday. Guys, until then, take care. Be excellent to each other. Always speak friend enter. And we'll see you next time on Zero Hour here on Mornings of Mischief. Have a great Monday, everybody.
Take care. Well, now that I'm left alone one more time, let me tell you what I really think.
These videos are tremendous. Like, comment, and subscribe, and hammer that notification bell.